Hi, I'm back again today with a belly band that I thought would be fun for us to make. And so I just thought I would share with you how it would work. It would just go inside of just a standard journal that has the 8.5 by 11 sheets inside of it. So if you had an 8.5 by 11 sheet like this folded inside of your journal, which is like a standard paper sheet, you could just put it inside of here, and it's a belly band. And so what you could use it for, put like a postcard or some sort of ephemera or whatever you wanted to put behind it. A tag, if you wanted to put a tag behind it, you could do that. Or you could put a folded piece of paper or any kind of thing in your journal. And then also inside of this belly band, it has this hidden journaling area. So this is inside of it. It's in like a little pocket inside of it. So you could journal on this space and then on the back. And you can decorate it however you like. And then I put a tab on it. And then it goes back inside like that. And then each one of these little punches are a little tuck spot. And so then they have more journaling space inside. These happen to be 3 little monsters that I made, like little monster tags. And then you could just write inside of them, and they're so cute. I love them. I love how this one turned out. It's adorable. And then there's the third one. And so you could write inside of those and then inside of the belly band. So that's what I thought we would make today. I have a second sample one right here. This one I made, it has the same journaling spot inside, the hidden journaling spot, and then it has these 3 tuck spots as well. And these have just little tags that I made, just like little folded pieces of paper. And I love this one as well. This was the first one I made, and then I thought, hey, I need to make one with 3 monsters. What am I doing? So I did that. So I thought today we would make one. And just for speed and ease of going through the process, I thought I would have some of the stuff already cut so that I could just kind of go through the process quickly with you. So this is one of the Tim Holtz papers. I got that from here, and I cut it down to be 8.5 from the top to the bottom. So that's the same size as the piece of standard paper that you would put inside of your journal. And then I did it by, let me see more if I can find my ruler, by 4.5 inches so that it would be 2 1/4 across, but you can do whatever size you like. And if your journals are shorter or longer, you can of course adjust it to make it to the right size. So then I'm just going to take this and go ahead and fold it in half. So one of my samples, I just used a piece of heavier weight paper just like this. And then on the other sample, I used cardstock, and it was just this cream colored cardstock. And then I made it in the same dimensions. On this version, I covered this cardstock with a lighter weight paper from one of my paper pads because it seemed a little flimsy without the cardstock underneath. But if I had this was a thicker cardstock, this polka dot one. And so I thought that was fine on its own. So you could do whatever, depending upon which kind of cardstock you're using. If you have like a thicker one, like this Tim Holtz one, this one's fine without the cardstock underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and ink up the edges. Okay, I like how that looks. And now I have a punch. I use this particular punch, but you could use whatever punch you want, or a die cut, or you could just cut squares, whatever you like to do to make your little tuck spots. And you could make them in any shape or whatever you'd like to do. So this one, I used these, and I already inked around them just to save time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use art glitter glue. And glue shut the belly band itself. And then I'm going to go ahead and just glue the 2 sides of the little tuck spots. And then the next thing that I want to do is, this is another piece of the cardstock, and it is slightly smaller than, oops, no, that's the correct way. It's slightly smaller. It's this one happens to be just a little over 7.5 inches, and then it fits inside of my hidden pocket on the side of the belly band. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take a piece of paper that is the same height as that little piece. So it was just a little over 7.5 by 2 1/4. But you'll make it just so that it fits inside of your pocket. So depending upon whatever size pocket you make, just make it so that it fits inside of it. And then I cut a little piece of paper from my paper pad to fit on it exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it first so I can make my 3 folds. I think I'll just tear this. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just ink up the edge. And then I'm gonna go ahead and glue it on the little piece of cardstock. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick out a little tab so I can put a tab on it so I can pull it out easily. This is just my little box of whale tails. I like this one. I'm going to go ahead and ink around it. Of course, all this inking is optional, whatever you like to do. Whatever papers you like, grungy or not grungy, floral, you can just do whatever type of paper you love. Okay, that's cute. All right, and then what I'd like to do is on the inside, I kind of want to put like a little decoration. And I think I'm going to do this little stamp that I have. It's kind of cute. I'm just using my Distress Oxide to stamp it. All right. So that's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, so far I love it. All right, and then let's go ahead and make the things for the tuck spots. So I have these, which are very similar. They're the same paper as this. So I'm going to use these. I cut out a couple of different little options, and these came from this Tim Holtz paper pack. It was this paper right here, and then I thought that kind of makes a nice size little tag to put in the tuck spots. So I just kind of sliced one of these, and then I sliced it here and here, and then folded them into little squares. And I thought that would be cute. I really like those. Okay, all right, and then so you could round the corners or not. You could put something on the inside if you like. You could put an area, just some white paper or cream colored paper to write on, but this has an area where you can make notes or journal inside of these. It has a little cream colored area. And then on the back, it also has an area that you can write on each one of them. So I thought that would be fun. Oh my gosh, how adorable. And then let's put another, maybe I want to put like a little something. I'm going to just pick up some ephemera. I think I like that. go ahead and stick that on there. Maybe this little special. Cute. Okay, I think that one's good. I like how that one turned out. Okay, let's just go ahead and quickly put together this last one just for fun. So this one is one that I would do with a thinner piece of paper, maybe something like in this Park Lane Everyday Essentials. I really am into this like striped paper. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and use that. Then I'm going to go ahead and just glue it onto here. Let me get my glue book out. And you don't have to do the backside if you don't want to, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to glue it down or if I'm just gonna clip it on so that it can be moved or something. So we'll have to see how I end up using it. So I'd like to just put something on the back of it. But you could just cover the front if you like. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just glue it shut. Okay, now we have our little piece of paper that fits inside of it. And then on this one, I had picked out this little postcard paper. I really like that. You can still write on the front and on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and just place it on there and fold it. Okay, now we'll go ahead and trim it. All right, and we'll go ahead and glue it. Okay, and then I'm going to ink it up. I'm kind of into using both the walnut stain and the vintage photo, both. Kind of use, I really like the walnut stain just right on the edges. It kind of makes it look really cool. All right, okay, now let's pick out well, that's kind of cool, a green one. Okay, I think I'll go with, I think I'll go with this green one. I like that one. And we'll just glue it on. Okay, I do like how that looks. That's cute. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this inside of here. Ooh, it's a little bit peeking out. see if we can fix that up. You know what I'm thinking is I save this for another one, and then I just put a different one over the outside of this that's bigger. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out another one. We could do that one. Let's do that one. It's green. Or we could do this floral. Ooh, what do we think about that? That's cool. I want to do that. I think I want to do this one. There we go. Cool. Okay, this one up. Okay, and then I have these little tuck spots for it that I'd already cut out. Okay, so my battery ran out when I was just finishing this up. I made these 3 little monster tags to put inside of the tuck spots, and then I glued this little butterfly on. But let me just show you how I made one of the monsters. We'll go ahead and make one. So I just went ahead and found out like what size did I want my monster to be that would fit in the tuck spot. So that looks like a good size. And then I went ahead and just folded them in half, just like this, to make like a little tag piece of ephemera. We used lots of Tim Holtz paper on this project. That particular piece, this particular piece isn't, but the outside is. This is Tim Holtz. This is Tim Holtz ephemera. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the corner rounder on each of these. So I made it into just this little tag, and then I went ahead and cut out however I wanted the legs to be. I just cut them just like that. And then I got out my pen bag. This is my bag that I keep all my pens in. It has like a little flower on it. It's kind of fuzzy, like a stuffed animal kind of. And I got out also this jelly roll pen to make the lips on this one. And it took a little bit of time to dry. But on these color dot pens, I go ahead and I draw the eyes first, however I want to make them. And then however I want the mouth to be. I'm going to do this. Do a big like fang to the side. And then wherever I want the eyeballs to be. So like that's how I like him. So I just made little tags to go ahead and put in the tuck spots on this one. And I love how they turned out. This one I just drew lips on it and then colored it in with this gel pen. And I love it. So cute. So then they just fit inside of here in the tuck spots. This one has glasses on. Oh my gosh, he's cute. Go ahead and put him on there. All right, so now we have an extra monster for the next one. I love how this turned out. It was such a fun project, so I thought I would come on here and share it with you. Here's what they turned out like. So much fun. I love them. So inside of them, they just have little spots where you can journal. They have the large spot inside where you can write on both sides if you like. Hidden. Then you'll put them in your journal, and then you can tuck something behind them in the belly band area or a card, whatever you like. I love how they turned out. They're so fun. Okay, see you next time. Bye.